Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 100 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And if you're still watching now after 100 episodes, thank you and well done. That's quite the effort. Now, we're just coming straight back after last episode where, of course, we had a little bit of a disappointment. Sort of a bit of a weakened team against Porto, not through choice, just through international call-ups, and got beaten. So we come straight back. It's Chelsea at home in the league, and then we start our Champions League defence at home to Monaco, who are the toughest team in the group for us, I think. Now, just a quick update of the league table so you can see we have the early kickoff here of the weekend, the early Saturday kickoff. So Chelsea, who are playing a 7th, they're only a point back of us, so it's going to be a tough game. We can win here. We do keep the pressure on Manchester United, of course, closing that gap back down to the single point. Let's have a look at what we're expecting from Chelsea. You can see we are the favourites. They are in the better form, though, but at home, we have been quite good. It's away from home where we've struggled a little bit. Now, they're a passing team, attacking mentality. Sino Gunez is their Turkish manager. If you didn't guess by the name, he was Turkish. You may not have, because I definitely butchered the way you pronounce that. This is what we're expecting them, or how we're expecting them to play. Positional heat map. You can see they're quite spread out. So maybe when we have the ball, we can maybe get in behind the fullbacks, or potentially play through the middle of them as well. There's their passing network. Key passers all tend to be in and around the area, as you would expect from a passing team. So yeah, let's just see how we go. Now, the team we're sending out, it is a little bit weakened because of the international call-ups. We have some match-fatigued players. I don't want to risk injuries early on in the season. Match-fatigued players tend to not play well. Gaz Mosley goes in goal, though. He has added to his England caps up to 5 now, so well done to Gaz. Dali comes in along with AR, Chambers and Fiorini as a back 4. Tonelli and Grealish go in midfield. It's Nick Roberts, Almeida and Marin in behind the Labadovic. And the other thing I did want to mention quickly is, what was the other thing I wanted to mention quickly? We do have Rodrigo back to fitness. Messi is also just coming back to fitness. But the reason we have to play like this is, of course, Messi isn't fit for this one. And, of course, Enrique injured himself last time. We don't have a deep lying forward to play in this role. So we've kind of had our hand forced. We have to go back to this formation. I mean, we don't have to, but we don't have sort of that creative player that can drop in and play others in. So that role falls to Almeida, and 2 years ago he was our player of the year, wasn't he? He was absolutely superb. Stig says do it for the fans. I'm going to say we've been on a decent run lately. Porto aside, which wasn't really our fault, we have been playing relatively well. So we'll go with that. Don't like that the lab was looking nervous, but let's get out there. And here we go, Villa Park in full voice. And let's see what we can do here. Foden, of course, who we did have on loan for the first 2 years, I think, wasn't it? We had him in the Championship and he was brilliant, and then we got him back and we never really used him because we changed the way we played for the Premier League. That's a good bit of defending there for Nick Roberts. I think Nick Roberts was really, really good against Porto, so I think he's worthy of a starting spot here. And add to that, Omagad or Rashid is match fatigued as well, so he wasn't really available for this one. And by not playing those players in this one, a bit of a risky pass there from Marin. By not playing those players in this one, it means they will be available for the Monaco game as well. Here goes the lab. It's not really anybody in the middle there for him. It's gone out for Almeida, though. Almeida! That should have been the back of the net, boys. That's okay, though. That's okay. A warning shot across the bow of Chelsea, perhaps. The Lab and Almeida do have quite the partnership, don't they? So hopefully we'll see that rekindled here. Here goes Grealish. What's he got for us? Tonelli. Out there for Fiorini. He's not the best crosser of the ball. He gets a second chance, though. It's headed away. Grealish down for Tonelli. Back for Grealish. And Tonelli again. Can he pick a pass? Can he roll one into someone's feet? He goes wide for Dali. Brings it down beautifully. Back post. It's there. Nick Roberts retrieves. Can he pick a teammate out? Nick Roberts goes himself. No, Marin. Oh, it's bouncing around everywhere. And we just can't find the back of the net. Unlucky, boys. That was some nice play there, though, wasn't it? Just couldn't pick that final pass at the end. And we go again. It's Grealish from the corner. Back post. Marin just past the post. Are we going to be paid, or made to pay, I should say, for these missed opportunities? We need to sort of cash in here and get a goal, don't we? We're absolutely dominating the game. We cannot shoot on target to save ourselves, though. That's a risky-ish throw, but Foden's kept the possession. And is this going to become a Chelsea highlight? Oh, we couldn't quite nick that. Here goes Dembele. He's quick and pacey out here for Hannibal. Cross goes in. Are we not marking our man? Gaz Mosley saves us once. Can't save us a second time. Is that Fiorini? Lets his man go. And it's Thomas Lemar. Oh, that's really disappointing, isn't it? Is that Fiorini there? No. Fiorini, it must be him there. He just hasn't gone with his man. He's just let him go. He's supposed to be a quality Italian defender, and he just can't quite grasp the concept of that's your man to mark. Please stay with him. Oh, that's so disappointing after the start we had. Here goes Grealish. Can we equalise it? No, we can't. It's AR, and I cannot believe we're losing this game. We've had 11 shots. We just can't find the target, can we? Let's throw out a concentrate. I wonder if that's what's needed just to, you know... The halftime team talk almost has to be you've been unlucky, I think. Because we've essentially dominated the game. We've certainly dominated the highlights anyway. And it's just a little bit unfortunate. Here goes Marin. Can he get us level before the break? Oh, what a save that is. Oh, that was better. At least that's on target. From the corner. Come on, boys. Put it in the back of the net, please. It's headed away. Tonali will retrieve that. Look at the edge of the area. Oh, he's lost the ball. He just got caught on it, didn't he? If he passed it out, there was definitely an opportunity to shoot. I'm not sure who it was that was out there. That's been blocked. We can't get to the loose ball, though, but that's the end of the highlights. And it has to be unlucky. That's the only thing you can say at half-time, because we should be winning this game. We've been the better team almost since the first whistle, and yeah, we've just one defensive lapse really from Fiorini, and even then it was not. They may still have scored. It was just just the case of not going with your man. We're not playing particularly well though. Nobody's playing particularly well here. What we don't want to do is go 2 down, because that would part of the fact that would be harsh. Who's not marking a man there? That didn't look right, does it? And Didi's there, back post, and it's 2-0. Unbelievable. We'll give it a demand more. Who is that, and why isn't there a man with him? I think... Have they changed formation here? Something didn't look right there, because their wide players should be getting marked, and they're not. Yeah, I think that one might be on Nick Roberts, if it was down that side. He looked a little bit like he lost his man. He definitely lost his man. Oh, guys, if you're not going to follow your instructions, there's not much I can do to help you here. Let's exploit the flanks. They do have those 2 men sort of blocking in midfield, so we'll try that. Yeah, I mean, suddenly it's looking a poor performance, isn't it? Let's give it a show some passion when we can here. Yeah, Roberts isn't playing well. The Labs had better games. Let's wait for this highlight. Fiorini throws it in for Almeida. Almeida gets a decent looking ball in, but it's easily cut out. We just need a little bit more patience, don't we? We don't look good right now. Tonali wins that back really well. Dali for AR. For Grealish, in for Almeida. Almeida in behind there for Marin. That's a stunning ball. Can he pick out the Lab? Oh, he can! I think it might be an own goal. It is an own goal, but we'll give that a massive assist to the Lab and an even bigger assist to Marin. And what about the pass out to Marin from Almeida? That was a little bit special as well. Really, really good stuff. Look at that pass. That's absolutely sumptuous. Marin... Yeah, I mean, I think the Lab probably would have scored if, was it Montez, if he wasn't there. But is that our lifeline back into the game? Because we do not deserve it. We've had 16 shots to 6. How are we not winning this game? Grealish is looking anxious. Dali's looking absolutely knackered. So we'll bring on Casey back for him. Anybody else? Roberts isn't. He's not living up to his Porto form, is he? So let's bring on Paul Walker for him. And we'll keep a sub up our sleeve just in case. Here we go. Almeida over a free kick. What can he do? Oh, it's on target. It's pushed away from the goalkeeper. And is the highlight going to continue here? Casey back has it. It looks like that's going to be it, though. Come on, boys. Get creative. Let's at least get a point from this game. It's not a game we deserve to lose by any stretch of the imagination. What can we change here? Marin's not playing the best. All right, so let's take him off for Rodrigo, perhaps. Yeah, I feel like we've been... It must be sort of... It's missed shots, isn't it? That's killing the average ratings, I think. Ball in... Chambers! Oh! Jesus, boys, come on! Put the ball in the net. I mean, you can't... That's not that particular one that's the problem. It's just general frustration at not finding the back of the... 22 shots, guys! Unbelievable. And we're going to lose a game at home. We've got a minute. This might be long enough if we can go and nick it. Can we take it from them? We maybe should have gone to very attacking. It's probably too late now, but we'll try it anyway. They're putting pressure on them, but they're just passing it between themselves, aren't they? Go and get it, boys. Go and win it back. Defensive lapses and just an inability to find the back of the net. If it's 3-1, that is an absolute crime. But like I say, we can only blame ourselves. AR gets that clear. Grealish. There's not really much more we could do with that. And that's a defeat that really, really hurts us. Not just because, Chelsea go above us. Look at that. How have we lost that game? Not just because Chelsea go above us, but if Manchester United win, that starts to become a big gap, doesn't it? I'm disappointed, boys. I'm far from pleased. It was a decent... We could have won that game 4 or 5. We really could / should have scored a lot more goals than that. We've had 20-something shots on goal. We've lost the game of football. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll come back for Monaco. Hopefully we'll get... we'll find out what scoring a goal is. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, thank you for coming in early this morning. I appreciate the effort. Guys, Marin! Thank you. Come on, concentrate. You hear? You may as well concentrate, guys. Now, I wanted to start this morning with a quick knowledge test. Now, can anybody tell me what this is behind me? Come on, Jack? That's right, mate. It's a goal. Well done, well done. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky, but I have faith in you guys to do this. What do we want to do with the ball and the goal when we're playing on the weekends? Anybody? Come on, guys. You know this. I know you know it. Lab. That's right, mate. Well done. We want to kick the ball into the goal. Well done, guys. Good progress. Alright, guys. Welcome back. Now, as you've seen, we've worked on general knowledge and training, so we should be okay now. I think they understand what they're supposed to do. We're hosting Monaco. It's our Champions League defense gets underway. We are the favourites of this one. We are at home, but as we just saw, that doesn't really mean anything, does it? Unfortunately, the scouts and analysts have had the week off. Don't even know who their manager is. That's how bad this report is. So we go in blind. Excellent stuff. But this is the team we're sending out. We sort of have a more rested team now, so we can go a little bit stronger. Gaz Mosley continues in goal. Nepo, Rodrigo, Forster and Kostic is our back four. Tonali and Silla in midfield. It's Rashid, it's Almeida, and it's Marin. And we're going to go with Brian Carlos up top. Now, the Lab and Rodrigo are both match fatigued. Messi isn't really fit yet. The reason I'm doing this, Brian Carlos has really, really good off-the-ball movement. I'm thinking... That's essentially what we want this guy to do. We have 3 guys providing bullets. We need someone here, I think, that that can move and hopefully finish. It's a little bit of a selection risk. This is not what we're expecting from them. I can tell you that. We should be okay against that. Actually, we can get down the sides. That should work. Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to finish as well. But we don't really have any other options. It's just for match fatigue players, and then also obviously injuries as well. Do it for the fans. Do I just say all the best? I expect to win. Alright, we're the favourites. Let's give the fans a performance. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get this defence underway in style. And here we go. Hopefully my selection gamble will pay off here. But I wasn't wrong about the Monaco team. They do look as though they have quite a good team. If any team that has Pellegrini and Goebbels up top is a decent team, aren't they? They're going to have goals in them. Strootman's in there. He'll be getting a little bit. Tellmans as well. This is a dangerous team. So ideally, we'd like to make sure we're beating them at home and get our campaign underway in the right way here. And that would then enable us to go to their place and be happy with a draw as well, wouldn't it? We would have taken our 4 points. You take 4 points of every team in the group, you're going to win the group, aren't you? So yeah, let's just hope we can do that here. Not too much happening early on here, though. Again, we haven't really put our training to use here. We don't really understand what a shot on target looks like. This is unbelievable, isn't it? Unfortunately, we didn't have any time in training during the week to work on anything, but chance conversion is definitely top of the list. 9 shots on goal. We haven't had a highlight, so I don't really know where we're shooting from. Do we say we're far from pleased? I think we have to. We can't be happy with that, can we? Yeah. Do we want to change anything? I feel like the way they're set up, exploiting... Maybe we don't exploit the flanks, but we look for the overlap. We've got to be looking for the overlap because there's no one out there for them. I don't want to push up too high because I don't want to leave ourselves exposed at the back, sort of to long balls. I mean, defensively we were fine because there was no highlights for them. Going forward, we were terrible because there was no highlights for us. Not a classic at Villa Park. Here goes Alpha Ball in, back post. It's there. It's headed towards goal, and it's easy for the keeper in the end. It's Enger's gun, isn't it, I think? He's quite a good keeper in the game, actually. He's not quite as good as Gaz. And of course, he's English. He's cost a fortune as well, though. That was just a long ball forward. This is making me a little bit nervous. That's ricocheted down for Kosic. What can we do here? Can we launch a counter-attack? Here goes Rashid. What's he got for us? Can he pick out Marin or Brian Carlos? It's Brian Carlos! Oh! Brian Carlos! First goal of the season! I had a feeling about Brian for this game, and he's paid me back. Well done. Get in, son. 1-0. It's a really good ball, wasn't it? A really good counter-attack, actually. But look at this ball from Rashid. Just looked out, picked out his run, and that was what I thought. Movement. I thought that was what we needed. As I said, with 3 guys up there, I thought movement would be the key, and there it is. It has proved to be the key. Alright, can we go and add to this now? We've got a shot on target. Well done, Brian. I mean, that in itself is a monumental achievement for us so far this episode. We're looking motivated. We're looking good. Here goes Stiller again from the corner. Knocks it in. Brian Carlos is there. It's out there for Rashid, for Tonali. Turn, mate. It's bouncing around and hacked clear. Napo, that's a really good header, actually, under pressure there to find a teammate. It was a long way away from him. Here goes Rodrigo, back for Tonali. In for Silla. What can Alpha Silla do? Looks for Carlos. Out there for Kosic. This is good. This is really, really good. Can we get a shot on target at the end of it? It's off the chest, was it? Cries of handball, I'm sure, from the Holte end, but nothing happened there. This is a long highlight. We've kept possession. Silla. It's missed. It's got to be. It's offside. Oh, Marin. It was, in a way it was unlucky because you wouldn't expect him to miss. Oh, he does need to be at least making some sort of attempt to stay on side, though, doesn't he? He had completely taken himself out of play there by not holding his run. Anyway, Silla now back over another free kick. There's Rodrigo! First of the year for him. Doubles our lead. A good ball in from Alpha Silla, and that should be that now, shouldn't it? 2-0 up, and this is much, much more like it, boys. Rodrigo at the back post. He's a goal-scoring threat, whether it be from a corner or if he's standing over the free kick. He's a really, really talented footballer, Rodrigo. Let's have a look at him here. He's actually wanted by Paris as well. You can see free kick taking of 15 there. He's wanted there. Paris Saint-Germain is after him. I think Guardiola is their manager now. So that's probably why they're after him as well. Do we want to bring Walker on for Rashid? We have games coming thick and fast. I'm wondering if that's a sensible thing to do. Is there anything else? I want to keep Grealish fit. We have Spurs coming up next in the league, so I want to try and keep him fresh for that. Tonali's going to be match fatigued anyway. The plan is to put AR into that role for next game. And then we'll see how we get along with... I should have praised them there, actually. We'll see how we get along sort of for the defence after that. But Tonali's going to miss the Spurs game through tiredness anyway. But this is exactly what we needed, wasn't it? We just as many shots on target. We still have it on goal, I should say. More on target. We've scored a few as well. But this should be it. It's good to see Brian Carlos back on the score sheet. He's had a bit of a torrid time with injury. He potentially is one of our better strikers. It's just keeping him fit and getting him scoring goals consistently for us. He did it that first year we were in the Europa League. If you remember, I think he was our top goal scorer in Europe that year. But that's a really good performance. Brian Carlos back on the goal front. I tell you what, it doesn't make up for Chelsea, but it's certainly a nice way to end the episode, isn't it? So there we go. Quality of possession provides the victory. We get a little bit of money in the bank. Neymar encourages Rodrigo to leave Aston Villa. Neymar, shut your effing mouth, mate. Shut your mouth. He has the most punchable face in the game, doesn't he? Honestly, that smirk. Anyway, I don't necessarily hate Neymar. I don't particularly like him, but I'm not an anti-Neymar person. But that smirk, honestly. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the table. Stuttgart won their game as well, which is I think you'd expect. I think they would be the third best team in the group, or certainly the team I expect to challenge for to get out of the group. You can see we actually lucked out a little bit. Leicester beat Manchester United in the league, I think. No, I'm looking at wins. There we go. Leicester beat Manchester United in the league, so that saved our blushes a little bit, keeps that gap to 4 points. But yeah, it still wasn't really good enough anyway, was it, guys? That is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, We won on aggregate, didn't we? We won the episode 3-2 on aggregate, so there we go. We'll take that. And if you are new to the channel, unlikely 100 episodes in, but if you are new, welcome, and do please consider subscribing and then ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. And we'll be back next time. I think what we'll do is we'll skip over the Spurs game. We know EFL Cup means we play all the academy products named after you guys. So what we'll do is we'll come back for that, and then I'm thinking we'll play over the Watford game, and we'll come back to end September and also the second game in our Champions League group away to Sporting. That seems like the best thing to do. So that's all for next time, though, guys. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.